So we are working on the pricing module, and we created customer yesterday. And after creating the customer, so these lookups we configured: customer pricing profiles lookup and pricing segment lookup. Okay. And also we configured the entire flow. We created part 1 setups and part 2 setups, and we linked part 1 with part 2. Okay. So yesterday, as part of the part 1, we create a customer, and that customer we link it to the end customer. And then as part of the pricing segment setup, that end customer classification has been linked to end customer pricing segment. And end customer pricing segment is linked to the end customer pricing strategy. And end customer pricing strategy is linked to the end customer price list. Okay. So I will spend some time on discussion with the price list. The roles required is pricing administrator role is required to perform the configurations, and the pricing manager role is required to approve the price list and pricing strategy. That too only for the first time. So next time when you perform any changes on the price list or pricing strategy, it does not require approval again. Only for the first time it will display approve button for the pricing manager to approve the price list or pricing strategy. So from the auto management, I'm clicking on pricing administration app. Clicking on pricing administration app. And from the task list, so this is where we configure the price list. Okay. I'm going there and I'm fetching the price list that I created already. And this is the price list that I created. This is the price list that I created. And this is actually a segment price list. This is a segment price list. Okay. So there are 3 types of price lists are there. 3 types of price list. I'll explain you. And under header, you'll see price list name, and then type of price list is a segment price list, and then currency. And what else? Okay, this is description of this price list, and then business unit. This is business unit. Okay. And here totally 4 sections are there. The first section is where we create the selling prices for the items. That is the first section. So here I clicked on the plus button and I added an item. I'm adding one more item price here, the selling price here. So yesterday we added a selling price for the sample item. And now I'm adding for the serial item. Now I'm adding for the serial item. So for the serial item, I'm clicking on create charge. I'm clicking on create charge, and price charge definition, it's a sales price. Select the sales price. Select the sales price. And every time you need not to select this value also. If you configure here, that will be defaulted every time. I'll show you. And the price I'm defining for this product is as a 200 or 20,000. Allow manual adjustments. If this checkbox is enabled, then you'll see edit option at the sales order level. The pencil icon, we were talking about pencil icon during the cycle discussion. So that pencil icon, that edit option again is the price is displayed if you enable this checkbox. If this checkbox is enabled, then you are able to perform the discounts and you are able to override the price directly at the sales order level. Okay. Again, this product price is effective from today, and it is effective till December 31st. It is effective till December 31st. This year only. This cost is for this year only. Okay. And I'm clicking on save. I'm clicking on save. Totally, yesterday and today, we created selling prices for 2 items. If you want, you can search. You can search based on the item. or you can search based on the line type. So basically buy is nothing but customer is buying from us, right? That's why the line type is buy. That is Oracle meaning. Buy is nothing but the customer is buying from us. That's why line type is buy, select as buy. And then if you search, you can see the two items. Yesterday we configured for sample item, and today we created price for the serial item. Today we created price for the serial item. Okay. And as I mentioned, okay, before going to the second tab, I will talk about the all items. So individually, you can load the item cost, nothing but selling price like this individually, or you can also load default selling price also. Okay, if you click on all items and hit the plus button, if if any item has unit of measure this one, if any item has this unit of measure, if any item has this unit of measure, any item, I want to add the default price charge definition, sales price, and the default price I'm entering as just one I'm entering because we are not sure about the selling price. So what we can do is we can default if any business user sees one as a price in the sales order, that means they're not sure about the price. The actual price need to be entered directly in the sales order. The one is the default pricing strategy. Okay. So this is the default price. First of all, what system will do is whether the item is having the price or not, system is going to check. Okay. If the item is not having the price, then that item unit of measure is having the price or not, it will check. What is the first preference? First preference is the item selling price. If there is no item selling price, then it will take the item UOM price. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
So like this, not only for this unit of measure, you can click on the plus button and you can continue to add the remaining unit of measure selling prices also. Okay. And no, that is about the first tab. Okay. And then second tab. So here, every time the price charge definition we are selecting as sales price, right? The line type is getting defaulted as buy, and the calculation method price is defaulted as price. And then price charge definition is I want to be default as a sales price. So here, whatever you are configuring, okay. So these three values get defaulted during the creation of the selling price. Understood? And then this is reference data set. This is reference data set. We assigned this price list to this particular reference data set. And if I click on the references, this price list is attached to which pricing strategy you can see. It is attached to which pricing strategy you can see here. Okay. As I'm talking about the three types of price lists, sir, what are the other two? What are the other two? During the creation time, you can choose what type of price list that you are creating. You are creating, see the other three, floor price list or ceiling price list or GSA price list. GSA price list. So you can create any of these four types of price lists. After creating this price list, we attach this price list to the pricing strategy, right? We attach this price list to the pricing strategy or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is a pricing strategy. And here, if you configure segment price list, you attach here. Suppose if you configure ceiling price list, you attach here. Suppose if you configure floor price list, you can attach here. If you configure GSA price list, you can attach here. Sir, what is actually these three? So segment price list is actually a normal price list. The ceiling price list is nothing but the ceiling. See the wording, the ceiling. What is the maximum price that you sold to the customer? What is the maximum price? What is the least price that you sold to the customer? For the same product, what is the normal price? What is the normal price? What is the maximum price? And what is the minimum price? Okay. And what is the price that you offer to the government companies? So to the when you're selling to the government, okay, we don't add, we have to sell cost to cost. Okay. So the GSA is nothing but the government companies. When you're selling to them, what is the cost? What is the price of the product? Okay. So you can create a, I have not faced any sort of requirement to handle the ceiling price list or GSA price list or floor price list. But this is the conceptually, this is what the purpose of these three price lists also. Okay. I'm just giving you the overview. In case if you face any of these requirements, then you can explore further about the ceiling and then floor and GSA price list. Okay. But at the time of creation of the price list, at the time of creation of the price list, you can configure what type of price list you are actually creating. You are creating a ceiling price list. I'm sorry. So whether you are creating a segment price list or the ceiling price list or floor price list or GSA price list. Okay. You configure that and you attach to the pricing strategy here. Okay. So as I just mentioned, I have not faced any requirement to handle these other different price lists. Okay. But if you face any requirement, you can explore further. Now, I'm coming back to the price list only. Okay. We'll continue to talk about the price list again for next 15 to 20 minutes because this is important configuration. Okay. So it's a yearly maintenance also. Suppose here, if you see today, we loaded the prices. So for this item, what is the price? Just 50 rupees only. And what about this item? This item, 20,000 rupees only. So that too, the price is valid till 31st of December. What about next year? What about next year? Next year, again, prices get revised, maybe 10% or 5% on the current sales, current selling price. Okay. We need to load the new prices also. We need to load the new prices. Okay. So how to load the new price? If you want to do it manually, same process. You hit the plus button, enter the item, but this time started is going to be, this time started is going to be
1st of
1st
January.
January 2025.
of January 2020.
Thank you. Thanks for the reply. So if you want, you can load the next year prices also. The start date is going to be January 1st, 2025. Okay, so you can do it manually, or you can do it, or you can also do it using
FBD
ADFD.
is there.
FBD is there, but ADFD is very easy. It's very easy, ADFDI. Okay, so if I take you back to the master data sheet, and here I use it to maintain what are the different options are available for each object, right? For the price list, what is the options available? This one FBDI and this one ADFDI. Is there any task level upload? No, not possible.
No.
So two options. ADFDI is the easier one. Okay, so I'll explain about ADFDI. Okay. Now, we have to download a spreadsheet from the, I'm going back to the manage price list screen. So it is available in this screen. Okay, so you have an actions option here. And if you go to actions, you can see download spreadsheet to maintain price list data. You can see download spreadsheet to maintain price list data. Click on that. So a spreadsheet got downloaded. I'm trying to open up that spreadsheet. Click on enable editing. And it is trying to connect to our application. Click on yes. Click on yes and enter the username and password. So what we have done, we downloaded the Excel, the spreadsheet from Oracle site only, I mean Oracle applications only, and we are connecting with our this Excel again to our application. So do you want to install the latest version? Okay, it seems to be there is a latest plugin available for this ADFDI. Okay, currently I would like to skip that. I'm skipping currently. Okay, so now you can see once it is successfully connected, you can see an extra tab. You'll see an extra tab once it is successfully connected. Okay, now if I click on manage pricing charges, if I click on manage pricing charges, and I would like to currently fetch the data. I would like to currently fetch the data. I'm clicking on search. I'm clicking on search. So my suggestion is first you create a one price list, and you load a price for one item. That is my suggestion. And then later pull out that price list. We have only one price list for this business unit. We have only one price list for this business unit. Okay, that's why I'm just entering the business unit and I'm clicking on OK. Okay, now you can see the data got fetched to this Excel. And you see how many rows, team?
Three. Sir.
3. Why 3 rows? We entered the selling price for 2 items, right? And we entered the default price for all items. That's why you 3 rows. That's why, I'm asking you to configure a price list and enter the price for one item manually. And after that, you search for the data. I would like to kill in my laptop, the Excel not responsive. So I killed it because Excel is not responding. Again, I'm connecting the spreadsheet to the application. So to use this, we need to install the ADFDI plugin. I'll explain you at the end of the class, 63 batch. ADFDI plugin we need to install, that we'll discuss at the end of the class. I'm clicking on manage price charges and I'm hitting the search option. And I'm just selecting only BU because I would like to fetch all the price lists under this BU, but we have only one. And click on OK. Click on OK. So if you already create one record manually, that data you can take it as a reference. Okay. So what I can do is I can copy that and I can paste it here. Okay. And we have a lot item also, right? We have a serial item and we have a lot item also. Okay. I would like to define the price for the lot item. Okay. What is the unit of measure? So line type is always by, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
And what is the unit of measure for this item? If you want, you can cross-check in the application. So So this is the item. So you should have items and unit of measures handy. So this is the item. Let me first put it in the notepad so that there won't be any spacing issues. And then I'm entering the item. And what is UIM? UIM is this one only, EA. EA only. So this is primary pricing. This unit of measure is a primary unit of measure. Yes. This unit of measure, primary unit of measure. And the price charge definition is sales price. Calculation method is price. And what is the price of this new item? I'm entering 100. Okay. What is the start date and what is the end date? So we copied the first row, right? That's why the start date, end date also got copied. That is from 5th November to 31st December of 2024. Okay. Allow manual adjustment. The checkbox. You want to yes or you want no? You understood, right? What is this checkbox?
Yes, sir.
Size adjustments.
Yeah. So that's it. Okay. That's it. So this is how you can add a new item price. What about if you wanted to revise the existing item price? Okay. Suppose example. So for this item already we have a price, correct? For this item already we have a price, correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
correct.
So next year, currently the price is 50. Next
50.
year 10% increase. That means what is the price? For 50 rupees to 10% increase means what is the price?
55.
55.
But the start date is gonna be.
For January 20.
First January.
I selected the date 1st January 2025 and December 31st 2025. Okay, got it.
Yes.
So here I added two rows. Okay, first row is nothing but I added price for the selling price for the new item completely, and for the existing item I added the new effective price from the next year. Got it? So
Yes.
totally two rows I updated. Now click on simply the create or update button.
Krishna, what about key? So will it be copied from
It is
existing?
automatically generated.
Okay, automatically generated. It
So
won't copied from that.
yeah, just now it flashed the status row inserted. Just now it flashed and disappeared. Okay, these two records are inserted already. Now if I search now, the ADFDI is very easy. Select by and click on search. Now you can see for the lot item, we added the price, right? And we also enabled this checkbox also. Allow manual adjustment S we selected, correct? And
Yes.
what about this item? For this item, it will display two prices, 50 and 55. That 50 is for this year and then 55 is for next year.
Next year.
Got it? Okay. So it's very easy to revise the prices. Yearly maintenance is very easy because for this item, what I just added, I changed only these three, the new price and effective dates. Other than that, did I change anything?
No.
No.
Okay. So it's very easy to yearly maintain this price list. This you need to explain to the business users during the implementation time. But as I mentioned, you create a price list first manually and create one sample record. Okay. And then later you download that record as a reference so that you can copy easily the data, right? And then you can paste it to the new Excel row and you can update whatever the item or unit of measure and the price and the start dates and everything. Okay. It's going to be easy like that. So when we were talking about unit of measure, so for this item, okay, this item, each is primary OEM. Each is primary OEM. Okay, the same item you can also sell in another UOM also. You can also sell in another UOM also. Okay, suppose example, let me pull that item. I'm pulling this item. And now I'm entering the secondary OEM. Somebody created like this. Okay, I'm just selecting that. So let's assume this is dozen. The same item you can sell in each is a primary. Each is the primary and dozen is the secondary. You can also, for each, what is the cost? 50, right? If the customer purchases in dozen, what is the cost?
Into
600.
600.
So if the
600.
customer is purchasing in dozen, definitely we should give the price less, right? I'm giving it for 550 only. So the same item, end date is optional. End date is optional. Okay, if you want, you can enter. Otherwise, end date is optional. But generally, we enter because the price cannot be same for all the years. So generally, we enter the end date. So for dozen, what is the cost? 550. So for the same item, you can add the price in different UOMs. Okay, but you have to make sure that there is a conversion rate between, because what is our understanding? Dozen into each means what is the conversion rate? 12. Okay.
1 dozen is 12 each.
Yeah, 1 dozen is 12 each. That is our assumption. But that you need to create in the application. That conversion should exist in the application. Okay. So at the time of creating a sales order for this item, it will display both these unit of measures in the drop down. So you can decide you are creating a sales order for each, or you're creating a sales order for dozen. Dozen is not a primary. Each is a primary UOM. Okay.
Sir,
So that
after end date, it will directly take from the item price, sir.
no, after end date, yeah, correct. You're right. After end date, so it will not take any price actually after end date. The price will not display anything, empty. It will not display 0 or it will not display anything. It will display empty after the end date.
Okay.
So Krishna, it should take the all items, whatever
No,
the
sir.
default.
Take the all items also. Okay. First, whether the item is present here or not, it will check. If the item is present, it won't refer that item. It will simply go from the all items.
Okay.
Sir, then we can check it as it is a header value, sir. Price list what we are mentioning. It is the main value
Which
for
one?
item. For item cost.
That is the
Only if
first
it.
preference. That is the first preference.
Okay, sir.
You have to say like that, not header or line. That is the first preference.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So that is about price list. Okay. So next we'll discuss about the pricing strategy again. I'll spend some more time on the pricing strategies. And after that, we'll talk about the discount list and shipping charges list also. Okay.